Hello, everybody. Oh my god, just starting with a giant cough. Jesus Christ. Well, not much I can do about it. I got a screwed up throat. It's just forever. Um, I need to buy some cough drops. Uh, let me see. Gotta work on this script. I got my to-do thing on the, in this script. Looks like this is everything. Oh my god. No matter how much I drink, it just doesn't go away. Anyways, fuck. Oh. Alright, so this is stuff I need to fix that's really simple. But we can do that later because this is not like high priority stuff. This is far more important. I need to add a readable list of every P node. So that should just be an array. So that would just be an export self get children array, which would be in the settings, and an object name should be marker name. We need to do that automatically. Alright, then we gotta add a new debug setting. Debug. Print. Is it markers? No, 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 no. Marker name. Equal. And we'll have to go back and clean up the names to make sure the names are consistent. We don't want any of the markers to have a name that's not the object name. The folder name and the scene name need to be the same as well. I guess we could get rid of... No, I actually like this because it makes it easier to read. Because it's like, it's a different variable. It says object marker. It's like, oh, okay. And then it just happens to be equal to the object name without an underscore. If we reuse the object name, it's a little harder to read because then you got to figure out what's going on. This pretty much tells you right away what's happening. So we're reusing the code from here, but we're changing it so we know this is a unique thing being used for something else. If I reuse object name without a separate variable, it's going to be a little confusing because it's like, well, that's the object's name. Why would that? What does it have to do with the like? You know, it's one of those, I don't want to say common sense things, but it's like, you know, it's like duh. It's like one of those things you could just forget about or not notice. So I think having a separate variable is a good thing in this case. And that should be it. That should fix that. And now we can debug, print that out. Print marker name. That should be it. The auto collision thing would be nice, but probably won't worry about it because that's really easy to just, there's like 2 clipping objects, I think. Oh, and the portal. But that kind of goes with the whole prefab itself. Oh, hey, Fangtail. Why are you staring at me? Get over here. Get over here, you little cutie. Yeah, you're a cute little kitty cat. What do you want? Huh? Meow. Hi. Oh, here he comes. let's go ahead and test this. Print marker name, so category, pick all, subfolder, pick garbage, knife, scrap. So there we go, it worked. Right here. I didn't specify what it was for though, which is an issue. So if we go back to that real quick. We're going to add another if statement right here just to get rid of this. If debug heading equal print paths. Wait, do I have print paths already? Print dictionaries. Print pics. Print my dictionary. Print my pic. Print paths. Print my dictionary dot get. That's the test dictionary. So yeah, we can just use print pic. We'll reuse that one. Test pic. There we go. And then marker name is things. Reload. And then do my print. Marker name is blank. That's weird. I hit the plus. Alright, save scenes, close this out. Let's just reopen it because that was weird. Not sure why that did that. Interesting. I thought it was object name. Wasn't it object name? Maybe I gotta redo it. It worked the first time. Your name is blank. Huh. Well, why did it work earlier? Plus, well, maybe I need to do name, I guess. I don't. It's string. Yeah, it's a string. Why would we? What the fuck is going on? It worked like for 1 second, and it was like, nope, fuck you. You know what? I know it's wrong. I'm just gonna have to add it into the function because it doesn't know how to update it. Like, it doesn't update. It's just whatever the default is, which it doesn't know how to do without. It needs to be restated. If I restate it here, it should fix the issue in theory. So replace underscore with nothing. And then print object marker. It might work. Nice graph there. Yeah, it couldn't update fast enough. So in the declared step, it was just too fast. And then in the object markers, like I am equal to that, but whatever that was, it happened too fast, and I don't remember. Pretty much, it's just a glitch. So you have to be more, explicit with it. I think that's the right word. Explicit. I don't know. Oh, my foot. Oh, hey, what's up, MHL? I looked away for a second. I'm sorry. Whoa, fever dreams are crazy. Oh, sorry, everybody. I'm multitasking. Nice scrap. Let's do alien cactus. Perfect. This is exactly what I wanted. Now we never have to type this twice. We only have to type it once. That's pretty crazy, MHL. Damn stream streaming. Blindside said hi. Yeah, I had a lot of I like to call them lucid dreams because I'm aware that I'm hallucinating. Those are the ones that can cause you to have terrors, night terrors, because the fact that you're awake causes like the brain to go in panic mode, and that causes, for some reason, nightmares to manifest themselves. He said, "Hi, well-medicated side."
Yeah. The development stream.
Yeah, I'm sprucing up this script here. I only gotta type the object name once now instead of twice.
Oh,
This is gonna make things really fast.
there we go.
You, you. Man, you better watch out. Those stairs will take you out. I've had more lucid dreams where I couldn't control myself and I was just stuck. than I've had lucid dreams where I could control myself. I had a lot of cool lucid dreams where I was in control, and they are really special to me. Uh, oh my god, it's so cool. The human brain, when it goes into like whatever that mode is, it's like freaking 3D space super operating system virtual reality mode. I freaking love dreams. The only thing I hate about dreams is the fact that some of them just you forget them when you wake up. Yo, what's up, Justin? Hello. Also, happy birthday, Junior. Almost said boot day. I'm tired. Oh, my wrist. Ow. No problem. So I guess we'll do this next. Where would I put that? Oh, I have to make. Not only do I have to make this visible, and enable list for every p node because we want the children of the p nodes. Add marker names. Omits duplicates of unique names. All right, let's just start simple. We just need an at export read only. Oh my gosh. Y'all are terrible. You're terrible. And what would they call these? Node list. Right. Equal self-depth. Alright. So we got our list. So now we gotta do some janky stuff here. I don't think there's a read only, but I'm gonna look it up. Go down read only. Uh, how do I use that? I'll use it. I mean, that doesn't look that bad. I'll use this, but I don't know how that works. What does this do? What? Oh, ah, that's funny. uh, this is a lot. This is too much for just a read only. How the hell? None of the stuff in here makes sense. So I just got to infer what the hell he means from this. Open this a new tab. Add export custom property hint none. String. Users default. I don't know how that works. I don't have a fucking clue. Oh, here we go. Sales media by export custom configuration at the editing. Var value or the name of the variable. I guess it should have said var. That would have made more sense. Maybe some note about something, or if it didn't need to be serialized, it's stored. Right, we're just gonna try it. I don't know. We'll just stick it over here somewhere. Unexpected. So var test clock mark equal I don't know, p-node list, fuck it. We'll make this private. And I don't know, we'll just say test question mark. I don't fucking know. Hit save all scenes. Reload. Do test array. Grayed out. Okay, so that's the, well now it should be test question mark. Where is test coming from? Right here, it's coming from here. Is the hint test if I hover over it? No, there's no description. No errors. There appears to be no errors. I made this one private, so it's probably not going to work. It's not. It's why it's 0, because this is private. So I'd have to. I did clock mark equals. I don't know what that, if that matters. Still 0. Let me just go under settings. Yeah, because we'd pick a category, pick a subfolder, and this would be all object related. So marker P node, it'd be right here where it says 11. So instead of making it equal here, we're just going to have it unassigned if it lets me. So we declared it. So let's go down into the ready, because this is something that wouldn't change necessarily, because we could just add a refresh button too. Sorry, resources. Yeah, we'll make a refresh button. We'll just say function refresh pnodes. And we'll just have our array, was it test? Equal pnode list. And then we'll make the ready. Should be here, function. Well, I know, ready, that seems cursed. I don't want to do that. The ready should always be at the top, I feel. Okay, I don't like that. We'll put a function ready. Pass. And it'll have the exact same code as refresh pnodes. So basically, it's going to stop here at ready, and it's going to run down this whole list because it's going to have to grab this. Now, I guess it could change its position. And I feel like I should put it here and then go to the ready. That way it's ready to go. Loads this, and then hopefully it doesn't go and cycle all the way around. I'm not actually sure how that works. I guess to be on the safe side, we'll put this above that. I'm not sure, because if it goes to ready and it fires and forgets this, like it'll still load it, but is it gonna have to go all the way back around and do it again? I don't know. I do know, generally speaking, when you run a code, it runs from top to bottom. Unless you have any kind of like loops and other weird stuff or breaks, it always runs from top to bottom fully. So probably better to just run the ready first, I guess. I don't know. I'll have to look that up later. I'm not sure if it matters. It probably doesn't matter really. Ugh, my guts. All right, now we need a refresh button, which would be in the settings. It'd be right above create P nodes. Refresh. Refresh. That's pretty cool. I don't know, a golden. I know. Well, if it's that one game you were working on with the cool pixel art, I would say like a one of those like Roman Greek sandals. They go all the way up to like underneath the knee, and then you like put some wings on it or something. Like some like Hermes boots. Hermes sandals. Save scenes. Reload. So this just says null. So it did not work how I thought it was going to work. You could do that in a 12 by 12. You do a little more blending to make up for the lack of resolution. Of course, you could always cheat, make the boots in 3D, take a screenshot, and then pixelize it. Hmm. I mean, it's more of a 3D trick than it is a pixel art trick. Um, because normally when I do pixel art, I just draw it and I use the OP hotkeys, and then the I think the is it the X button to switch to the eraser. So it's a lot of like color grabbing, switching to the brush, color grab, switch to brush, color grab, switch to brush, switch to the eraser. It's just lots of blending. I like to start, so when I start with my pixel art, I start heavy lined to try and like draw as much detail, like I think just use the pencil and like black lines. Like I draw like the shape of what it should be, and then I just go to town blending it. Although 12 by 12 is pretty small, you're getting down, getting down to nitty gritty. See, my desk. Where's my projects at? Should be a project. Where are my projects? It's just my work. Projects. I don't know how big these are. I mean, they're scalable. You can make these pretty small. This is 64 by 64. Actually, I have a boot now I think about it. Yeah, here we go. Move scale. I'm just curious what it looks like if I scale it. Kind of looks like a boot. I definitely, because the 64 by 64, a lot of the, most of the space is black. So there's a lot more room here to work with than I initially thought. Um, oops. Yeah, you could fit way more in there. Hang on, hang on. Let me undo this, actually. I did this wrong. Let's take this. Let's copy the boot. How do I, so select none. Image. Scale image 12 by 12. Where'd my chat go? There. Alright, so now we'll go to paint. Get rid of this. Paste to new layer. And scale this down. Up there. Get a little more. That is kind of tricky with just 12 pixels. It's not impossible, but it's not easy. Not a lot to work with here. It looks more like a... I don't know what that looks like, to be honest with you. It looks like a heart, a liver. It doesn't look like a boot, that's for sure. That's probably why I stuck with the 64 by 64, because there's not a lot to work with here. I'll try this later. I'm supposed to be coding. I told you I get distracted easy. I get distracted so easy. But to be fair, there's not a lot of detail on my boot. It's just this string looking thing, that's about it. Right, I'm going to try a different way because this does not seem to be working. I had that clock mark equals thing. I don't know why that would matter. I guess we could try it. I thought that was just to be data. I thought that was the data type, right? Yeah, that's just a data type. No, we got the array back, but it's only 0. It's because I did self. I feel like self doesn't always work, and I don't know why. 0. Why is it 0? What if I make this and export? Will I get the full list? What? Export. No, it's still 0. Okay, well, it is working. I don't know why it's 0, though. That's kind of stupid. Var pnode.array. It should just work. What? That makes no fucking sense. Get. What? What the flip? What the flip? Alright, fine. We'll do this the hard way. I don't know. So we got 2 arrays. I'll go into ready. And then we'll have our, what was it? P-node list equal self dot get children. I guess maybe it needs to be add-on ready. That's what it was. Why is it empty? We got 12, but it won't tell me where they are. What the fuck? It just is empty. You know, I need to make a string function. Yeah, I'm doing this wrong. An array ain't gonna tell me nothing. I gotta do a function for this. Because it won't give me nothing. So we're gonna make a var pnode list. It's gonna be an array, and we're gonna have to make a local variable in the ready and in the refresh, because it's just going to give me numbers. I don't want numbers. That's useless. I want names. We need names. I need a list of names. So this does seem to be working. That's cool. So we'll go in here. So this is not going to be that. This is going to be var get markers equals self dot get children, and do for markers in get markers. Hit pass, and then we're going to have our array we need to basically get those names as strings. So pnode, or no, markers dot name, right? So we need, so I think it is, yeah, pnode list equal markers dot name, which should create a string list, like a string array. Should create string array, probably, maybe. Notation. Warning. Alert. So we got var get markers, self-get children, var markers and get markers, pnode list equal markers dot name, refresh pnodes, test equal pnode list, list equals markers dot name, and the ready. But we need to be able to refresh this as well. So I might as well just take all of this code and just stick it in the refresh pnodes, because then it would just, it doubles, it's everything, it does everything. I might as well just put it here, because what's the point? That might work. I don't know. We're going to see. Nope, just 0. Well, did we get the names? Probably not. You hit refresh. Error as a generated object. Trying to assign value type string name to a variable of type array. Okay. How do I convert an array? Convert array to string array. Go dot create string array from although I think for markers in markers is it's one at a time for each, which like sets for each in the array. It's not the actual entirety of the array. So if I did it this way, I think I'd have to list out, like I'd have to populate something else. So I think, hang on. So var markers equals self.getChildren. So this gets the nodes of all those children. But I'm going to get their names. So p node list equal get markers dot name. That sounds way too easy, but we'll try it. Okay. Get list of node names. Well, I did that already. Although it says, yeah, if we're trying to get children, though, that's a little different. Hmm. No, that's not that. Append. Sweet, because it's an empty, so we can just append array. This will work. This is exactly what I think append would work. So for let's see, so for markers and get markers, do this, delete this, pass this down. Let's just omit that for a second, and we're gonna have var get names equals markers dot name, and then we'll have, since we already have our array, p node list dot append get names. So now it's been appended. And then since it's been appended and the array has strings, oh, have a nice night, Mitchell. Bye. Now test can equal pnode list. That should do it. So save all scenes. Reload scene. Well, it says it can't do it. That sounds like horse shit. Alright, well, let's assign a a blank value, default. Because it's complaining about it's an array. I'm whining about it. But an array can have anything in it. I don't see what the deal is. What is the deal, man? What is your deal? Fine, we'll just put that on there. Let's see if that'll fix it, because it's being a little baby. Because I did this already. Is an array only numbers? I thought an array can have things in it. I guess I could make a dictionary. I don't know. A list. Ugh. I will just copy the error code. I don't have time for this. We gotta get shit done. Invalid type and function and array. Oh, okay. There's a bracket string array. Oh, god damn it. I didn't know you can do that. Hang on. So what would I do? Would I just do string? I guess we'll try that. I don't know if that's gonna work, but we'll give it a shot. Assigns this specific to type 2 array only. Maybe. I like arrows. Arrows are nice. Save all scenes. Reload scene. About type of function append array and base string cannot convert one argument from string name to array. So I guess it's failing to convert it. I doubt it though, because so if I let's just kill this and kill this, and if I hit print it names, it worked because I knew that was gonna work. I'm fully confident it was gonna print all this correctly. The problem is it doesn't want to append these. I don't know why it gave me all the names. I could try creating a new array. Let's just create a new array. New string array. Array string equal get names. And print new string array all. I thought it was length. Dot length, right? I guess not. Dot all. Alright, we'll just look through the whole list. I don't fucking know. Get pick a random. That sounds like fun. Size issue, sort. I don't know. I guess we'll just do all. I don't know. What's the method? Alright, we'll just print the whole damn thing. Fuck it. Maybe that might work. I don't think that'll work, but we'll try it. So, save all scenes. Load. Try to assign value type string name to variable of type string array. Trying. We didn't say it failed. That's fucking weird. Well, can I append it? I guess it was. Alright, well, it failed, so. Let me go back to the arrays. All of this just so I could have an easier way to work on stuff. I mean, I gotta do it anyways, but. It's only been an hour? Holy shit. I'm going to eat me a brownie. And start coughing and choking. Oh, there's two of these. Oh, god damn it. You have to do... So there's two versions. There's a pin and then there's a pinned array. This appends just a single value. This appends a whole array. I think I just did append. That's where I screwed up. Alright, well, I guess we'll just do it. It's too late now. Let's just do it. Can I do it here? Pinned array. Get names. I was using the wrong function. Oh, can I? Okay, fine. Oh my god. Do it here. string array. Because inside the print function, there's nothing there. It's a separate void. Save all scenes. I think I just did append. I don't think I did append array. Append is for single data points, and then append array is a whole array. I think that's where I fucked up. Nope. Okay, it's still being a little baby bitch. I don't know what else to say. No, I did do it right. Look, I did array. Append array right here. Is append array singular? So we need to use a sign. Let's just do a sign, I guess. I don't fucking know. God, this is so stupid. That's just fucking crazy. It even says it does the conversions. Dataset, dataset, append. I'm doing it exactly how it says. The only difference is I'm using strings. Oh, hang on. Hold the fuck on. Hold the fucking button. This is fucking stupid. Var test A equals test 1, test 2, test 3, var test B equal test 4, test 5, test 6. There we go. And then we'll have var. So we have numbers. So we're going to append the B. So we're going to append A to B. So append array. Yeah, append array test B. This is exactly as typed from the wiki. Test 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, it works. So there's an issue with this right here. We're getting the names, but they're not formatted correctly, I guess. I don't know. So for each marker in get markers, var get name. So we have the name one at a time. So maybe we can append it to a new array. So let's do var store names array string, and then we want a singular data, just one. Appends right at the end of the array. So store names dot append in names, because it's one at a time. So maybe it's like it rapid like a machine gun instead of the entire array, like instead of the whole array being appended, like down here. I think maybe it's singular, so it's doing one at a time, just really fast. I guess I don't fucking know. And then we'll just print store. Okay, I think that's what was wrong with it. Because this is in brackets. We're printing the array itself. So I think we got it. So to test it, so test, well, what is test? I don't even remember what test is anymore, because I got like 5 different versions. I'm going to take and cut this out. We're going to put this in our debug print area. If debug showing equal print in array and binary array. Well, it says append array right here. Fuck you, bitch. So I'm confused because I don't know what test is anymore. So we got pnode list, which is an array string. Good. A marker pnode. Good. And then we have test, which is the readable one. Okay. All right. So we'll get rid of this. Get rid of this. Now hang on. Did I confuse myself? Yeah, we just went get names. So pnode list.append. We don't need this anymore. So this is a declared variable, so even though this happens in local space, it still has to run the rest of this code. And then test should equal that. In theory. It might not work, I don't know. Alright, well no error so far. Let's go over here. Hey! We got it! Can't delete none of it, can't rename any of it. Is there a way to hide this size? I could do a list. Because isn't that like a separate thing? Isn't a list a thing? An item list. I don't know what that is. I know there's like an array, a dictionary. What does this do? What does this do? Regular select items with one or more multiple columns. Ooh. Launch prediction. Hang on. Ooh. Oh. Is this like UI? What is this? Yeah, this is a canvas item. That is not what we want. I mean, you could use it, but that's not what I want. I mean, that might work, but it's not. Can we create a dictionary and an enum? Where's my picker at? Didn't I have like a picker somewhere? Because this is kind of cool. How does that work again? This is where I can like fuck with shit and add elements. Do not really want that over here. Here you can't, it's all grayed out, which is nice. Copy the names. It's pretty cool. Only problem is there's a bit of a visibility issue here because I can't. It shows me the data numbers, which is nice. Like the only way for me to see it is to like stretch it out, which is fine because it gives me the numbers, so we can just be like, okay, cat creator 3p notice 5, hit 5. But then we gotta make another list underneath this one, underneath marker p node, that gets the children of that, and by unique type instead of just this generic master node. It's going to give us the object marker nodes by their unique name, not quantity. So I have to omit anything that's not exactly typed as the first version. I think the array for that has the string has a remove duplicate function. Alright, let's just gonna move on here. Add Reba list, so we got that, that's done. Add marker names into a picker list. Which I feel like maybe that should be up here, but it's getting kind of messy because like we're looking at which one we want to look at, and I guess maybe we close it, but then as we're picking our objects here, right? But like if we want a reminder, like okay, well what objects are in the exterminator gate, and we pick that one, which I think is 7, and then if I make it just a readable list, that makes sense. You could just look at it and then type it. But if I make it an interactable list, it gets kind of messy just because like you click it, it's going to populate up here. And anytime you want to look at it and click anything, it's going to auto-populate and override your text, which is a problem. So I think just having another readable list that omits duplicates would be fine, just because it's easier to navigate over here than it would be over here. And then I need to make this readable only. This does work though. The target that it's referencing does not have to be exported. So the pnode list does not have to be exported. I don't know why that has a thing in there, but it does. We're going to call this pnode. Shit. I guess we could just do pnodes. Or parent nodes. We do parent nodes. Because that's what we're going to read right here. And then we already have the refresh function. So if we add anything in here, either manually or through code, we just hit refresh and it will add, should add it. We're going to test that real quick. So scenes, reload, clear this out. So this is parent nodes now. So it's got, what was it, a tar camp. So let's go ahead and add a new node. We're just going to add just a 3D node. It's fine. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Why did it do that? I left it open, that's why. I don't have to open these anymore. We can just leave them closed. I don't need to touch them. Once this is done, you won't ever need to, unless you're scripting and doing something crazy over here, that's really cool, you'll never have to touch these. All you have to do is stay in this panel. You know, the only time you'd have to go over here is if you're manually adjusting stuff. I'm going to have to put a hotkey in process so it pops up this menu. So basically it selects the marker. That way you can go back to editing quicker. I'm going to make a hotkey for this. Oh my god, it added duplicates? Oh, because it's appending, that's why. Well, it added the node 3D, but it added dupes. I didn't know it was going to do that. I almost didn't reload scene. The current scene has been saved changes. Yeah, just how do I append without exploding the universe? Pin. Am I in the wrong area? Does it not have a pin in here? It does have a pin. I guess I was just spelling it wrong. I don't know what the hell was happening. Oh, you know what? For markers and get markers, for get names to peanut. If node, we'll just do it the easy way. Node list size is less than or equal to 11. Basically, otherwise, don't do that. Actually, I got a better way to do this. What am I doing? Instead, if Pinot list that size, does not equal get markers that size. Basically, if their sizes are not the same, less than if peanut list that size is greater than so basically we clear it and then reappend it. We'll just do the same exact thing. We'll get our names and our marker names, and then instead of appending, we're going to delete, then append. So we'll just clear it all, and then just reappend it. Remove at. No, we just want to clear this out. I want to kill it. How do I kill it? Clear? Yep, clear. We'll clear it, and then we'll reappend it. So if p-node list is greater than the size of the children in our markers, we'll just delete them all because it's too big. It's not supposed to be bigger than this. And then we'll reappend it to the current size of the markers. And then on startup, it's automatically going to be smaller. So this will run first. We can even do this just to make sure. Just do elif. So on startup, it's going to be smaller than the markers. Then we're going to get the names and then append it. If we hit refresh again, none of these will fire because it will be equal to. So neither of these will happen if it's equal to. So basically, it can't append anything because it doesn't, like, if it's the same size as get markers, it should do nothing, which is what we want. And then this will make it permanent down here, I think. Okay, so we got so it worked. So we refreshed and reloaded it. We got our stuff. So we'll add our node, internal node, node 3D. We'll go back to our marker. So it's still 12. We're gonna hit refresh. 13. There we go. It just took a little while, but it did it. It does not look like it showed up. Oh, bunker wall. That's weird. That's the wrong name. That's strange. He gave it the same name as the because it should be searching for all the children in here. It should be getting this name, not the bunker wall name. That's weird. You know what? Maybe we should clear it first, then get the names. That might be why. Clear it, get the names, then append it. I think the first step would be to deletus maximus, and then you just save all scenes. I'll go ahead and delete this. We'll just hit we should go back to 12. Yeah, bunker wall, there we go. And you have to click it, otherwise it won't. It doesn't update unless you click it. Okay, so we'll add node 3D again. Go back to markers. Refresh. 13. Still bunker wall. Anyway, let's save all scenes. Reload scene. No, okay. It's not fast. It doesn't know how to update the name. How do I refresh the scene? That's kind of weird. So it does work. It's just you gotta reload it. It's kind of weird. So it doesn't actually refresh. So this does work, but requires a scene refresh. But that's pretty handy to be able to see all the markers here. Now the harder part is we gotta add the marker names. We're not gonna use the picker list. Add marker names into a readable list. Omits duplicates. We're not gonna worry about that. I should add an eraser button. I really should, but I don't want to. I'm lazy. Okay. So, this would have to be a separate thing. And it would be underneath marker P node. So, and it would be in string. So we do this pnode list, and this would be marker list. And then we take this and make another one of these. So add our export custom, blah, 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 blah. This would be marker nodes. Could do child nodes. But we're going to go with marker nodes. Oh, okay, just property hint none. Yeah, we don't need a hint on that. That's pretty self-explanatory. So now that that's done, we just got to get the strings, but then we got to format them. So it's a little more complicated because I got to get the string array raw, which is going to get a 1 at a time. And we want to get only the first instance of any given name. This would not use the refresh function. This would have to be its own function, which it would just be ready. Yeah, it'd be its own function, and we'd put it in ready. um, damn. Because I mean, we wouldn't add anything to these, not necessarily unless we re-exported the map. But we would add, like, if you add any extra p nodes and you add markers to it, we would have to account for those. So I think I should just call this refresh markers. P nodes. Refresh markers. Yeah, we'll refresh markers because that's the name of what the script is attached to. I'm going to change the name to this to p nodes. Parent and get p nodes. I'm going to make another version of this for the children. I don't know, we'll put this here. Yeah, I think this is fine right here, I guess. So parent nodes equals node list, which is up here. This would be markers. Node list out, and then parent nodes. So marker nodes would equal marker list. So that's done, but we still have to do this, which would require grabbing the thing. The problem is if we base it off of marker p node, like the number over here, we'd have to hit refresh every single time. So I think I had to run. I had to run for the marker object markers. I had to run that in process. Unless you want to keep hitting refresh over and over and over. That's not the, it's not the worst, I guess. Well, I gotta use the bathroom again. I'll be right back. I don't know what's wrong with me. I ate some bad tomatoes. Why did I eat the bad tomatoes? My guts hurt. Alright, so I have an option here. I could be lazy, or I could do it a better way. We're gonna be lazy, because it's 2 hour stream already, so we're gonna be lazy. I think we just copy this again, but before I do that, we're gonna do var get markers equal marker p node. I better check that out. What's happening with that? Let's see down here. It should marker p node's in the settings. So I went too far. Oh, here it is. It's just an int. Does nothing else. So we gotta go to create p nodes. Wrong one. Generate up. So var get marker self dot get child marker p node dot get children. Yes, this is. So here's our list of p nodes. This is our list of markers for any given p node. This is the wrong name. This is marker p node. That's wrong. We gotta change the name of it. I mean, it's not. I mean, it makes sense because it's like the parent node of the marker, but it's not. It could be better. So p node. We just do ID. I'm not a big fan of doing what I'm doing right now because it's really easy to just break stuff. If you're not careful. I think we're good. Seems I'm getting hungry. I gotta update my to-do list after this. Pair nose, marker node. Okay, markers. So we got our markers. So now we can copy this, paste here, for child in get markers. If see, this is where it gets a little crazy because we're going to get a lot of duplicates. So like, for example, the creator, we're going to get alien cactus, big root, round rock, and little root. So we're going to get 4 different types, and we got to kill all the dupes. I'm not entirely sure how to do that. So before we even, we're just going to just start simple. We're going to delete all this. We're going to get the names. So we'll just do var get names equal child.names. And let's go back to our debug. Print pinned array, print the pin path, print marker name. So we're going to add another, oops. If debug setting equal print. We already got marker names. Print it should be fixed name. Print marker types. I gotta make a list of this as well down here at some point. And we'll keep coding in here, and then I'll copy it into the debug once I'm ready to test it. Um, hmm. God, my freaking ear itches.
know.
Ah. My brain. We got the names. We could append them to an array. And then we could remove them from an array, but I'm not sure how we would remove them. Ow, my arm. So we can add them, but we gotta figure out how to like sort them. Ow. Well, there's sort. Well, sort's not what we want. That's organizing. We want to remove stuff. So I could do like a bunch of ifs, like if child name is this, omit everything from this end, then if there's any dupes, remove the dupes, and then, because this is already an array, so we could just keep modifying this until we modify it down to what we want, and then add it. Or we could just add it right away and then modify the array. Yeah, we're going to have to probably use, yeah, this is a little more complicated than I thought. We're probably going to do the string, if it lets me. It might not. Let's check this out one more time. I don't think sort's full. It's like cutting the deck. We don't want that. There's find. Not what we want, don't they? Damn, I don't know. Clear just deletes the whole thing. That's not what we want. I guess we could return. So like we could want, because we have the array, so we can search it for duplicates. See, this is getting really complicated because if you add your own custom markers, like how is that gonna, how you like, you'd have to define it the same way I'm doing it, which is everything after origin has to be deleted because it's the name of the object and origin. So everything after origin has to be deleted, and then from there you'd have to get rid of duplicates. Oh, okay, so so before using bsearch, you need to make a function like this. God, I need to buy some baking soda. This fucking trash can stank. Should just replace the bag. Fuck. Let's go to the here. Oh, I think this works. Let's go and try just for funsies. Do get names, and then we'll do the replace function because it's doing one. It's technically doing one. It is an array technically, but also not because it's doing one at a time. So it's a little weird. And it should delete everything after it. And actually, I'm going to separate. What's going on? This seems really legitimate. So, function, refresh, markers, test. And take this out. F. I'm going to take this out. Just so everything is not broken. Or is it marker list? No, that looks right to me. So now we go back to debug print. These out. So we're just working on this one right here. Hang on, let me reload that. I think it's still errored. Alright, no errors. Debug print. Oh, we got an error. Invalid access to property or key names. Invalid access to Well, that's horse shit. It's 0. It should be bunker wall. Target markers. Alright, save all scene. We're gonna close this out. Reopen it. Interesting. Which is weird because this worked. Yeah, is it? You know what? Is this one of those add-on ready things? I think it's one of those add-on ready things because the nodes don't exist, which is weird because it's already loaded and I'm pressing the button after it loaded, which doesn't make any sense. So I think I need like a declared get markers variable. So I actually think we'll just do get markers. And then on ready, we'll get them. Still don't work. Son of a bitch. Why would that not work? I think the only thing on ready works because it has to declare on the node. Ow. So we'll just get the one node. And then we'll go from there. So var get children equal markers dot children for child and children. Nothing. That's so fucking weird. Because I printed it earlier and it worked fine. I hit get names print and it worked just fine. So get children. It's so fucking weird, man. It might be because I'm using, because if we look at this, hang on. Var get, so yeah, I'm not using a declared variable. I'm just using itself. So it should still work. I don't know why it's being a stupid dick, but it is. This don't make much sense, to be honest. So we're gonna just delete this. What we're gonna do is var get children, var get parent, do var parent id equal pnode id, var get parent equals self dot get child parent id, var get children equal get parent dot get children. So now we have an array. Okay, that's fucking weird. Hang on, let's hang on. What the hell is going on? Because I know this worked. Yeah, that worked. I'm assuming it just, you have to get the node first. Maybe that's why. Because we already have markers, so it must, that has to be the only thing. It has to, we have to get the node. So let's go ahead and toggle the comment on this. Alert. This works probably because self node is already valid. Alert. This probably requires getting a node first. So self.get, I thought get child, isn't get child the same thing as get node? It's really weird, man. This is just an int. Var node equals self.get. You do a get node. Okay. So, alright, instead of get child, fine. We won't do that. We'll do self.get node. Or we'll do self get node. So that one's a node path. Already children node. How about var add already var children, and then children equals self dot get child node ID. Hang on, I'm being attacked by flies. Yeah, we're back. Fuck! Shadow Ray for children. Does that even do anything? It just this looks like this does nothing. So we got that. Dot get children, which is declared, and this will happen first. Which would only happen once from the 0 ID, which can't be undone. Like it will always be Bunker Wall, if that even works, which I don't think it will. So oh, my leg hurts. Ah, well maybe we could like hopscotch. Goddamn flies. Where the fuck you're coming from? Ugh. God, I fucking hate summer. So this works. Mario Pino's also take your children. So now we have an array to pick from. So then for child, not yet. I can't do that just yet. So now we need to pick one. Why can't I just do self get child and then put the number in? Target markers equal. So yeah, it shouldn't just be like get child p node ID p nodes. So now it is that. Then var children equal get markers dot get children. I guess, I don't know. No, it still don't work. Why does that not work? So all I want to do is get this. Right? We just want to get the child. And the child is an array. Well, let's see if we're even getting the child. Because it's acting like we don't have print. Alright, so it is getting the fucking thing. What the hell? So is that tech? Yeah, it's already an array. So do I even need to do anything? It is an array. Maybe that's why. Okay, I think I know why now. It is already an array, so we don't need to make a variable. We already have it. So for child in get p node var get names print pass. So I think I was overshooting it, and we were grabbing one of these on accident. Probably this one. It doesn't have any children. I was overdoing it, overthinking it. Nope. Unable to iterate on an object type object. Print var get p node subtype. Alright, let's make an array then. Var array equal get p node get children. Let's define it as an array. Same problem. What the hell is going on? This is crazy. Am I fucking, like, what is going on? What is going on? This is fucking insane. Well, maybe I should rename this, I guess, because this is, well, no, that should be fine. Ah, fuck it. Let's say no. You know what? Let's just print it. Maybe this line of code's fucking with me. I'm doing something wrong. I don't know what I'm fucking up. You know what? Fuck this. Let's just kill that. Let's just print this shit. Print. Hit markers. I'm done. Okay, so we do have the children. Name. Yeah, all of them. Sandbag wall. It's got everything. So we do have the children. It's just being a bastard, and I fucked up. I think I know what I did wrong. I'm tired. I just need to take a break. I think because it's doing one at a time, and I think that I did something wrong that I already did earlier, and I just forgot. I'm really hungry, and I assumed I was doing it right, but I don't think I am. Get names equal parent name. No, I was doing it the same way. Parent.name. Target name. Works exactly the same way here. I don't see what the deal is. I mean, I appended an array with those names. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Maybe we could try it. This will be the last test. I'm out of here. Let's try this. So we know we have what we need. So var so this gets all the children, which we don't want. We want for child in get p node var get names equal child name, and we'll create a new array var test array string, just make sure. And then we'll go ahead and we'll append test array, and then we'll have print after it's all said and done. Unable to iterate on object. What am I doing wrong, man? Am I losing my mind or something? Do I need to switch my category? It shouldn't matter. None of these variables should matter right here. It's completely isolated. Unable to iterate on... What? This is an array, isn't it? Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm a fucking idiot. Hang on. Bar markers equal, yeah. Finally, god damn it. Alright, I'm out of here, y'all. I need food. Bye.